I've had a lot of calls over the last couple days about the market dropping and going to hell. First off, let's see how far proportionally it's dropped. Has it made a wicked drop or not so bad? Okay, if we look at this right here, this is one way to do it. There's lots of different ways to do it. We're looking at the Dow. And we're going to talk tonight about the Dow Jones Industrials, and we're going to, the top industrial stocks, and see what's happening. We're almost down 61%, which would be normal. We started finally to get some above average volume down here. Here was just barely up, but I'm looking for volume right here. Now, what causes volume this big, like over in here? Well, there's something we have to understand, and it's called the PPT. Oh, Mr. PPT, come save my ass. Come on, Mr. PPT. No, the PPT is the Plunge Protection Team. Now, what does Plunge Protection Team mean? It's the Presidential Working Group on the Financial Markets signed into law by Reagan. This is the executive order. We really don't want to read Wikipedia because it's such a wonderful wealth of information that's truthful. Not. So let's go through here and just take the executive order and read it for ourselves. Okay, we want to make sure we're on the government site. Look, that's .gov. This executive order says it was hereby established that the Working Group on Financial Markets, the Secretary of Treasury, Chairman of the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve, the Chairman of the Securities Exchange Commission, the Chairman of the Commodities Exchange Commission, the Secretary of Treasury. So this would be Bernanke, Paulson's crony, Geithner. And they can call in, this isn't the whole thing, they can call in all of the heads and departments of all of the Goldman Sachs, the Lehman Brothers, which no longer, whoever, they can call in all the people and collude to stabilize the market. Yes, we did use that evil word, collude. They can collude to stabilize the market using this executive order. So how the hell do we know when that happens? Well, the PPT is generally triggered by a double day down. Well, or more. We had quite the day down today. So they'll have some meetings tonight and they'll say, oh man, we got to stabilize the market a little bit. But this is just, we have to see if it's above, beyond a normal retracement. Now, let's grab this. Classical technical analysis says we're for sure in a downtrend. We broke support, but we should rally back. Well, right in this area, we're susceptible down, clear down into this area. Okay, that'd be a normal market retracement. But what we're going to do is we're going to look at the 5-minute chart. Let's make sure this thing covers the whole screen. Let's look at a 5-minute chart here. Okay. Now, for it to be going up, it's got to take out resistance. Look how interesting this is. Look at that, guys. The volume all came in at the end of the day. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, let's bring up something. And I'm going to help you understand this a little better so we don't need to go to pen shopping. All right, you can just relax a little bit and watch what happens. All right, now definitely we're in a downtrend. Now, how do I know the downtrend's going to end? Well, who has enough to trade 7,500 contracts of the Dow Jones Mini? This is just the Mini. So what we want to do is we want to come in here and say, well, let's look where the volume came in at. Now I have a fancy piece of software here where we design some things. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to pop this software on the screen here as soon as it comes up. It's a little slow. It's old like me. It's just a little slow to come up. It's a hell of a lot better than those Thinkorswim charts. Thinkorswim does really, really good with their option stuff, but they need to take some lessons from Tom Joseph to figure out how to chart. Really, he could help them a lot. Those boys just need a little help with charting. I know they don't believe in charting. They don't think that it's something that works, but they should look back and say, yeah, I could use my charting app changed a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to bring up the Dow. Okay, come on, computer. Don't treat me like that. We're going to go to US @YM. This is the Dow Mini, or this is the Dow DJ. This is the full contract. Okay, these are futures. They trade all night long. Okay, for those of you who don't have the Dow futures contract, you could actually go and look at an intraday chart of DIA. Okay, so if we come down here and we look at this, what we need to study is where did the huge volume come in on these futures? Where did it come in? Okay, now think of the volume as an exclamation point at the end of a sentence. So if you look at this right here, there's huge volume, stopped it from dropping, but look how much above normal is it. Do we have any huge volume yet? Not at all. That's like monster insane volume. That's what you call insane volume up there, but you could look at these volume days. Now this is on the future side of things. Some of you prefer DIA. So let's get it down to a symbol that most of us are familiar with, the Dow Jones Industrial ETF. Okay, let's pop this on. And we're going to do a quick volume analysis. All we want to know is let's look at the days when volume was nuts. Now, this shows the volume a little bit better because futures contracts, they're thinner traded than the ETFs. Look at that volume. Have we even approached this volume? This is insane volume right here. Have we even approached it? Nope. Haven't done it. We had some big volume right in there, and we had some pretty good volume here, but that turned it and went up. Today we started getting up there. Yesterday we had some good ones, but kind of think it kind of feels like we need it to go up double what it is right now. Okay, double. But let's look at the 5-minute chart. Let's take a peek. Now, what is an uptrend? Okay, and when do you know that the PPT or our government came to save us? When did they come in to save us? Well, we have to look at the government to save us. You're going to need to see the chart start to move up. Okay, what that means is you're seeing a huge drop, less of a drop, and then it might beat sideways for just a little bit and then go up. But we have to take out some resistance points marked by heavy volume. This is what we're looking for. Okay, so this is our intraday chart. Do we have anything moving up yet? No. The bars are blue when we trade above resistance, and they're red when we trade below support. There's nothing to trigger us long right now. Nothing at all. We need to see heavy volume down by support. Okay, so we wait till tomorrow. Now, generally the PPT, if they really get panicked and they get caught in mouth and think there's a big sell-off, they'll meet together, they'll collude to stabilize prices. Once they stabilize those prices, you'll see buying come back in that's double normal or triple normal buying. Okay, but I don't see buying coming back in yet. So we have to look. Now, one of the things that we can do with this, we have some pretty sophisticated, sneaky things we can do. So we're going to grab this thing that says RRS bear volume. Okay, this is another way to do it. This is all the bearish volume. Okay, let's take a peek at this overlay without a scale. Let's make it a little bit thicker. Okay, now all this is doing, it's saying this. From here to here, right here, where it dropped, to right here where it turned is bearish volume. Everything in that spike is bearish volume. Okay, so it takes the down spikes and calculates out the average volume. Now let's come in here and let's look at this. This is where the blue volume comes in. So let's make it blue, where it started to move up. Now, if we look at this, this might have got us in there. We saw a little volume, but then we saw a much bigger buy volume between here and our resistance point. So it goes from our support to resistance point. Now this one's a real tiny one. So wherever your support volume is, it takes it all the way up. It said there's support. This was all buying volume. Okay, but right now we're pretty equal. We got a little bit more bearish volume between here and here. It was higher. So until we see the volume on the buy side get bigger than the volume on the sell side, then we can start to look at things. All right. So here's where it opened up. This is an opening gap down, so it didn't get a chance to calculate any additional volume into there. But on this one, what it's saying is here's support. There was buy volume. Okay. Now it gapped down, and we figure, well, here's the sell volume. Okay. But it started calculating it from right here. It goes sell, 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 sell. So when we have a gap, it doesn't work so good. So it doesn't have a chance to calculate in there. Okay, now this was the buy volume. Here was the huge sell volume. Down, 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 down. And we're just looking at this red point. There is no heavy volume to the buy side yet. So the PPT's not there. They're not there to save us. So we're going to go down a little bit. But usually they come in about noon Eastern Standard Time tomorrow or the next day if they think that it's dropped too far. Well, now it looks pretty normal. So let's wait until noon tomorrow and find out. Another episode of the Hillbilly Trader. Thanks.